Coming through on the food front indeed. I'm telling you, we've got a spread like no other. So if you are ready to elevate your Christmas decisions, and when I'm talking about Christmas decisions, I'm talking about having food at Christmas and making it festive, well, you've come to the right place. Nzanzi, let me plug you in on this one. We're going to be hosting the festive season and giving you every bit of inspiration to do it yourself too. Now, Woolworths has us covered with a wide range of delicious protein options. It's perfect for your holiday feast, and it's everything from ready-to-eat slow roasts, and there's, I think, a little bit of something for every taste and schedule. So we brought in the big guns. We've got Chef and Culinary Innovation Manager at Woolworths, Scott Parker, in the building, here to help us choose the perfect main course. Plus, he's going to be showcasing a mouth-watering roast chicken recipe. Scott Parker, how you doing, man?
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. I'm so excited to have the man at the helm when it comes to these inspirational meals, showing us exactly how it's done, bro. So straight into it, because we're talking about the festive. Why have you chosen a roast chicken out of everything that you could in a Christmas spread?
It's a good question. I think the humble chicken doesn't get enough airtime over Christmas. And what I want to do is show you a recipe where it is fail-safe. I've brined it, which is really important because you get lots more flavor in there. You get seasoning in there. I'm going to work as we talk because we've got to go a bit quickly.
Yeah, and also there's a big problem I notice sometimes where people get chicken overdone and it becomes a little bit dry. We're going to maybe prevent that as well?
Absolutely. With brining, you're going to prevent that because what happens is all those juices stay locked into the bird and it stays nice and moist. So you'll get a bit more tolerance when it goes into the oven. So first I'm just layering a bit of a trivet. A trivet is basically a tray that will elevate the bird off of the base of the tray. I've got some onions in here, I've got some garlic, and I've got some carrots. Just going to take a little bit of oil, and this is a really good base to make a gravy, or a jus is the posh word for gravy.
Yeah, jus. I'm all about that. Lovely. And especially when you're showing off to your guests on Christmas Day, you want to tell them about your jus.
Oh, of course.
That's going to innovate it, right?
Everybody wants to know about a jus, right? So I've taken the bird. It's been brined. It's been brined for 12 hours in a salt solution. I've got some peppercorns in there, some thyme, some rosemary. Taken it out, and then I've dried that in the fridge overnight. And make sure you pat it dry. And the reason being is the drier that skin is, the crispier it goes. So make sure it's...
Quick question. How long was the brining process?
12 hours.
12 hours,
So this is probably about a 1.5 kilo bird, so around 12 hours. If you're going bigger, then you can brine overnight or even 24 hours. Once that salt is locked in, it's there and you're ready to go. So now we've got really dry skin. I'm just going to massage my bird.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Things are getting interesting out here.
It's Christmas, guys. So
you're getting involved.
Get involved. Get your hands all around. Massage the back, the front. Now, I've got a seasoning mix here. I've got some paprika, I've got some cayenne pepper, I've got some ground fennel and some salt, a little bit of pepper. Nice. But you can really use whatever you fancy. And let me tell you, the good news is Woolies also has pre-brined birds.
You're joking.
So we do. We certainly do.
On.
I know. We've got you.
We were talking about this off camera, about the fact that, like, Christmas time especially is one of the few moments where even South Africans are actually off and they're not working. So the fact that you want to be on holiday sometimes gets compromised by the fact that you need to prepare food, and that takes long. We're preparing like food days before just to get it to this level. The fact that we don't need to worry about it anymore and we can just buy into the convenience. Bro, I'm sold. I'm like, yeah, this is for me. That means I have more time to enjoy the holiday with my friends, my family, my loved ones.
Absolutely. Christmas is about spending time with your loved ones. Don't make it too difficult, but really, if you want that special chicken, just do this. Pop it in, forget about it. The next day, you take it out, you dry it. It seems like a process, but it really isn't.
All right, so that's pretty much as hard as this recipe gets, right?
That is as simple as that. So we're going to pop this into the oven at 200 degrees for about 45 minutes.
Oh, I love it. Now, Scott, obviously, you and your team have been doing incredible work, right? You at Woolworths, you innovating, and you've brought through, I think, some incredible options for this season, right? So if we weren't looking towards having the chicken as the highlight, what other options do we have that we could incorporate into our festive spread?
Great question. We've got a huge spread here, but what I'd love to tell you about is something that I'm going to be showing you next week. It's our best ever. Now, that really means that we've spent lots of time diving deeply into what the best quality product could be in a protein range. We've got cakes, we've got mince pies. That's all going to be in stores next week, and I'll be talking about that on the show next week. And let me tell you one more thing. One more thing. We're currently working on Christmas for next year. So all the elves are back in the kitchen at the moment, literally working through all the different ideas of what we can bring Cape Town and South Africa
Oh,
next year.
man, just getting me excited here for next year's Christmas. And we haven't even finished this one. But listen, before we go, let's just quickly run through some of these incredible options, how well we can and how easy we can put a spread together, because this looks incredible. Can you talk me through what I'm looking at?
Absolutely. So we've got, as you referred to it earlier, the meat cake, which is this beautiful spiced rack of lamb. And you can see it's so simple. You pop that in the oven, you cook it up. It's about a 45-minute cook time. You leave it to rest. It's really important to rest your meat. And you can see this perfectly pink lamb rack. We've got some
Oh, it looks good.
beetroot smoked gammon here, which is lovely and tender, just roasted in the oven. We've got a selection of glazes that can go with that. We've got this stuffed pork loin, which has got apple and pecorino. We've got the roast chicken, which I've shown you. And for me, Christmas is all about the sides. I mean, protein is one thing, but we can really go wild with sides. So I've got a cauliflower cheese going on here, Brussels sprouts with bacon, some roast potatoes, and you can see underneath the chicken there, the trivet.
Yes.
So you can use everything at the table.
I love that. So that jus is looking like absolute perfection. Scott Park, I can't thank you enough for coming through. You've inspired us. You've given us every reason to get even more excited for the festive season. I think the fact that it is so easy to make this look this good, I'm sold. I'm in on it. And for you, Mzansi, you can obviously firstly find this recipe at expressoshow.com. But I think more importantly, whether you're racing against the clock or taking it slow in the kitchen, this festive season, Woolworths has the perfect main to fit your festive schedule. So you can shop your choice of protein in-store, online, and of course, on the app. Get ready to show off to all your loved ones. Man, that was awesome. Nicely done. Cool. Can we eat now?
Thank you. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.